What's up, everybody? Charlie Marlow here on a beautiful Sunday morning with some breaking news as I'm perusing Twitter, and I saw Bob Nightengale from USA Today reporting that Aaron Nola and the Philadelphia Phillies have reached a tentative agreement on a 7-year contract worth reportedly $170 to $175 million. I also saw Ken Rosenthal from Fox Sports and The Athletic tweeting about this as well. So it looks like Aaron Nola is off the board. We know the Cardinals, a team that really needs starting pitching, and we're thinking they were targeting Aaron Nola. We'll learn here how interested they were. But I think this is very interesting for several different reasons. First of all, one of the big dogs is off the board. Now, when you're looking at the free agent starting pitching market, it starts with, I don't know if it's fair to put Ohtani in there because he's a unicorn and he's also going to be hurt from pitching, but we know he does it both. So look, Ohtani's a different stratosphere. Then Yamamoto, who entering this winter, I saw a lot of people predicting, let's say a contract, 7 years, $210-ish million plus the posting fee. And then the next bucket was the Nola, Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery, okay? And all these guys are right about 31, or will turn 31 next season. So a lot of the different reports I'm reading and predictions had those guys signing a deal probably around 5 years, $125 million. Then you get to the Sonny Gray bucket, and he's kind of in his own bucket. You're thinking maybe 3 years, $60 million. Sonny Gray, a little bit older. He's 34 years old. So I think what's really interesting and intriguing about the Aaron Nola deal, according to Bob Nightengale, if it's 7 years, $170 to $175 million, let's just say it's $175 for easy math, meaning 7 years times about $25 million per year. Again, if you thought that Nola, Montgomery, Snell were all going to get about the same amount, and maybe Nola gets more, Snell gets a little more, Montgomery gets a little less, whatever it is, if you thought it was 5 years, 125, it sure looks like the price of poker has gone up with Aaron Nola getting a couple extra years. So if we're talking his age 31 season, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, don't you think now Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery are going to get, wouldn't you think, at least 6, if not the 7 years to match Aaron Nola? I just wonder. And then even Sonny Gray, okay, if Sonny Gray's 34 years old, he sees Aaron Nola getting a contract, again, age 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could Sonny Gray now get a 4-year deal? I don't know. I just think it's interesting because, look, things always get crazy. It takes one team to put out the big deal, kind of resets the market. Aaron Nola, if it's correct, Bob Nightengale reporting 7 years, let's just say 170 to 175. I wonder now, would the Cardinals, if they want Blake Snell, if they want to bring back Jordan Montgomery, is that now at minimum, let's say, a 6-year deal for 150? Do they have to push it to the 7 years, 170, 175 to get somebody like Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery? I don't know if those guys will get exactly the same as Aaron Nola, but I do think they're pretty similar. So maybe the 5-year deals are out the window for those guys. And then again, I'm intrigued now. Does Sonny Gray go, hey, if you're paying pitchers till 37 with Nola, hey, give me a 4-year deal, 34, 35, 36, 37. Maybe you don't get an AAV of 20, but maybe now Sonny Gray gets, 4 years, 70, 75. Again, maybe it's still a 3-year deal for somewhere around 60, but we've seen this before in baseball. When things get crazy and all of a sudden you have to get a deal done, you have to have the best offer, one team is going nuts, you have to match it. Look, this is why this is not a good spot for John Mozeliak and the Cardinals to be in this winter, because teams are going bonkers. And if you believe, like I thought, if you thought Aaron Nola was more like a 5-year deal for 125, and now you're looking at a 7-year deal for about 175, it's about to get crazy. And again, I think because Ohtani's in a different league, now we'll see what happens with Yamamoto, but because one of the big guys is off the board here, I wonder if we'll see some other movement quickly before Thanksgiving. Because again, if you're the Cardinals, let's say, and you weren't interested in Ohtani, you weren't interested in Yamamoto, really, you didn't think it was going to get done, and if you thought you had to sign one upper tier free agent starter and let's just say your four that you were targeting for the upper tier, Nola, Snell, Montgomery, and Sonny Gray. Well, now one of them's off the board. We know there's a million teams that need one or two starting pitchers, and the Cardinals are one of them, and they're going to have to play poker with all these teams. And you've already seen, we're talking big stakes with Aaron Nola staying with the Philadelphia Phillies. So this is fascinating. And I would think, because it's Sunday morning right now, I would think you're going to see some other big dogs coming off the board here. You know, maybe the teams take just Thanksgiving off, but you have all day Sunday here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, you have basically 4 full business days to get something done. So what do you guys think? Are you disappointed? Surprised? Is this what you expected? Did you think the Cardinals were really targeting Aaron Nola? Was he the guy you wanted out of this group? Or are you saying, hey, Aaron Nola, I mean, great postseason pitcher. ERA wasn't great this past year. Would you rather bring back Montgomery? Do you like Blake Snell, who I think there's more upside in terms of being elite for Blake Snell, but also until this season doesn't log a ton of innings, walks a lot of guys. Look, there's question marks with all these pitchers. That's why I'll repeat myself. It's not a great spot for John Mozeliak to be in, and you're already seeing big-time money thrown out there to Aaron Nola. So do you feel like now, okay, just book it? Sonny Gray to the Cardinals, he's their signing. Then maybe they trade for one of these guys, you know, the Dylan Cease, Alek Manoah, Logan Gilbert, that type of group. And then is that fifth starter, is that somebody like a Michael Wacha, somebody in that bucket of the fifth starter type guys? We'll see. Let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to do many more videos on camera, especially, look, when we have this breaking news, I'm just going to jump out here and jump on, because I feel like people are really into the baseball hot stove, especially Friday night with the Cardinals, even their non-tenders. I mean, a lot of people are interested with the fact that Jake Woodford, Dakota Hudson, and Andrew Kisner, Juan Yepez were non-tendered by the Cardinals. So this is going to be a fun hot stove. It's the Cardinals' biggest winter, biggest offseason in a generation, definitely since I've been here since 2008. I can't wait to see what the Cardinals do. It is not going to be easy for John Mozeliak. He's going to be tested. You got big-time teams with big-time budgets. You're already seeing it with the Phillies flexing their financial might. And look, the Phillies probably didn't want to go 7 years. They probably didn't even want to go 6 years. That 5 years, 125 is probably the deal that made more sense for Aaron Nola. But to get the deal done these days, you gotta go beyond your puke point, as we've heard both John Mozeliak and Michael Gersh talk about in past years. So fascinating. Again, let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe. Are you ticked off? Was Nola the guy you wanted? Did you never think it was gonna happen? I did feel like for the Phillies to let him go always felt kind of odd to me. So it's not a big surprise that he stayed there in Philadelphia. But it's about to get crazy, guys. So have a great Sunday. Enjoy your NFL football. Hopefully your fantasy teams do well. And again, let me know in the replies. Comment, like, subscribe. Aaron Nola to the Phillies, according to Bob Nightengale, 7-year deal for about $170 to $175 million. See you guys.